So we're back again another week. It's been eventful, not really.
It's been an eventful week.
Kind of, not really though.
I mean, from my side of things, yes.
Yes? It has
Yeah.
been?
I mean, we've been doing a lot these last few days.
Kind of, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of
you've done stuff. I've been doing stuff, and it's just been
yeah,
You should probably cue the
I'm really
intro.
trying to grind out that Twitter account.
Do you wanna cue the intro?
Yeah. Let's cue the intro. Hello guys, Two Latin Brothers podcast, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor.
And I'm Adrian.
We're back at it again with another not vlog, although we do have vlogs and we have not uploaded one this week, and we apologize for that. Stay tuned for next week's.
This week has just been an interesting week. Next week will be a lot of content, just like all at once.
Yes.
We'll probably be posting all over the socials too, so check that out.
Yeah.
We'll also be we're also stepping up our game. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Victor's Twitch streaming and I'm doing YouTube videos, which I didn't upload. I was supposed to upload this week, but I didn't because just there's too much going on right now. Logistically, you guys will find out next week why this week is so hectic.
Yeah. Well, we have a few things going on.
Yeah.
First, for starters, we're having a cousin come from Mexico.
Right.
So that's one thing.
One, yeah.
Right. So just making sure the house is set and have a spot for her.
Because she's gonna be here like a month.
Yeah. So. I would show you guys that, but
yeah, that's like
that's like private life.
It's just
we
like
can
me
talk about
sweeping
it,
the floor. Do you want to see
yeah.
No, but it's it has been sort of like a long time coming sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's finally coming to fruition. So, which is obviously nice. Also, it's her first time in Canada, so we're gonna try to get her to see some of Canada because you can't show all of Canada, obviously, because it's so big.
Yeah.
But at least some of the highlights, So there's that. Also, we have So yeah, that's happening. We also have a trip.
Yeah, we also have a trip planned.
Literally the day that this comes out, we won't be here. No.
Yeah, we won't be at the studio. This episode is pre-recorded, so
Obviously.
if something crazy happened Friday and we're not talking about it,
This is why. This is obviously why.
This is pre-recorded, of course.
Yeah. Also,
it's all pre-recorded.
Also, this is a short episode for that reason.
Yeah.
Entirely because we're literally gonna
wrap this up, edit, finish, and then
as soon as we're done recording this, we're gonna edit, pack, and then leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's literally what's going on. So, but then you guys will follow us on the vlog, so it'll work out.
It'll work out. It'll all be nice. It'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. So, anything new? Any new developments?
Any new developments?
Yeah. Apart from the craziness that has been.
Apart from the craziness, well, I've been developing my Twitter account for my Twitch streams.
Right. Yeah. Go follow him on Twitter.
Yeah.
What's the at?
At axo_azul.
Okay.
That's AXO_AZUL.
It's linked on his Instagram bio. Just go check out the Instagram link. It's in the description, and I'm sure it's linked there on his Instagram.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be using Twitter a lot more. I'm thinking about using Instagram a lot more as well. During the trip.
Obviously, yeah.
Stories here and there.
Stories all the time, but one of the things I've come to the realization of is that. So I've been doing the TikTok thing.
Yeah, you've been doing
and that just kind of popped off somehow. Yeah. I don't know how that happened. The plays are like it's actually really cool how that whole thing works, but at the same time I'm just going through the motions. Also learning. Also I'm having fun doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what's nice about it. Also the Minecraft thing. It's just I've come to the realization that people who do Minecraft as a career spend so many hours playing Minecraft. It's a lot of Minecraft. It's an absurd amount of Minecraft. I didn't realize how much Minecraft you have to play. What I was thinking about, when you do a time lapse scene, that's at least 10 to 15 minutes of just footage that's just sped up.
Yep.
It's crazy. I was like, man, this is nuts.
When you hear a Minecraft YouTuber, they're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go get some materials and I'll be right back.
Yeah.
They've probably spent 30 to minutes.
No, it can take you anywhere between 2 to 3 hours to collect all your materials. So I've been doing that. So if you're not watching my Minecraft series, Go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's linked on my Instagram.
Sounds like one big ad. Not gonna lie.
This whole thing is just one big ad. It's a very long ad. No, but I want to talk about this because I found this really interesting. So I'm planning on building like this base. I've already said how it's gonna be a tower, and so and this is why I want to talk about this because like I think this is funny. So I started like collecting like the supplies I would need, right? And I did this off camera because I was like, this isn't like really important. Like they don't need to see it; they just need to see me build it, right? So I started collecting all the supplies off camera. And then like 3 to 4 hours in, I was like, you know what? I think I underestimated my ability. Like, like
just a tad, just a teensy weensy bit.
Yeah, like it's a lot. It's a lot of grinding. And I'm just like, man, this is crazy. And then I'm like thinking about like people who do this for like years on end. Yeah. Like that's like talk about burnout, man. Like I get why like Mumbo and Green like, yeah, I'm gonna take like a 3-week vacation. I'm like, I get it now. Like I get sick of Minecraft after having to do an upload every week or every other. Like I can't believe that just happened.
That's funny. Y'all saw it here first. That pop filter fell off. Technical difficulties.
You want to stop talking for like a sec so I can put this back on? Okay, that was weird, but we moved past it. All right, so and then you have your whole Twitch thing, which is, you know, another thing that's also going on.
Yeah, I do that every Tuesdays from 8 to 10. I'm thinking about starting to do Wednesdays as well. In the mornings, call it No Cam Wednesdays. Works. I'm exhausted from like the night before, or I just don't want to get ready for a stream, so I'm just gonna log on. You know, it'll be my voice there, of course, and just having fun playing some Fortnite. I don't know. I've also been thinking about playing some other games because it seems like it's a good idea, to be honest.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, and obviously, like, I mean, at this point, like, it's really whatever you want to play.
Yeah, it's quite literally that.
Like, I mean, that's the world we live in.
I mean, I could literally do Wednesdays and just be like, just chatting.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like that too. I mean, we've had instances where we're playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
And we'll just sit in the lobby for like an hour or two, just talking with the people in the lobby.
Oh yeah.
And they're like randoms too.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like.
Yeah.
You know, like it just happens.
It just happens. Yeah.
Now, sometimes you meet someone chill.
Yeah. See, like, I was also thinking about doing motivational Wednesdays.
Motivational Wednesdays.
Yeah, where you know I motivate.
You motivate. You
myself.
Can motivate.
No, I'm kidding.
Motivate myself to get out of bed and give myself a reason to wake up in the morning. Yeah. No, it's obviously interesting. I think all of this stuff. Like I think about like 20 years ago, nobody thought this would be a career.
Oh yeah.
Like obviously, like this is like nuts to think about how.
I mean, like for those who don't think this is a lot of work, like quite literally, we have to put in the time, right, to record. Right. So that's one thing. And then there's the fact that you have to edit it. Right. So like any dead air, get rid of it. Right.
So like for example, like in this episode, there's gonna be a ton of background noise.
Yeah.
So I know that I didn't even bother try getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Because I know I can't.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of those things. For example, Minecraft. Like he just said a really big one with Minecraft. You know, having to go collect resources to build something that's entertaining for people to watch, right?
Right, yeah.
And then with me, with Twitch streaming, I have to keep engaged.
Yeah,
I can't just play the game in silence.
Obviously, like, I'm there to, like, cheer you on in the chat because, you know, I'm a moderator.
Yeah.
Which is finally happening.
I just made him moderator.
You know, I have power now. I'm moderator on his Twitch, which is kind of funny because, like, I was, like, just, like, hanging out in there.
Yeah.
Commenting on literally everything. I was just making a joke out of it, like literally the entire time for like a solid hour and a half, and then I went to go buy some donuts.
Yeah,
which all of Twitch
because I made a joke about wanting donuts.
Yeah, so then I was like,
"Yo, bro, you gonna go get me some donuts?" He's like, "I'll be right back."
I was like, "BRB."
Yeah,
and then I literally left. I went to go get donuts, and then I came back.
Yep.
But it's one of those things where we're just kind of like experimenting and having fun, figuring it all out. I mean, I think for like as a small creator, because that's what we are, even though we don't look like small creators, but we totally are number wise. Mm-hmm. It's very interesting to see the growth and development of like you as a person, because as we go on doing this, like our ability gets better. Like we get better and better at it.
Yeah, I find with especially with the podcast, being the ability to talk about anything,
right,
is quite literally a skill. I don't know how it's a skill, but like honestly, it's even helped me with my social skills.
Right. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
honestly, like I talk to anybody and I can probably bring up something to still talk about.
Right. Like the other day, was it like last weekend? We were at a friend's house.
Yeah.
It was someone's birthday.
Yeah.
And we met these two people.
Yeah.
And we were just cracking jokes the entire time.
Oh yeah.
And then one of our friends was like, "Yo, man, like, what is going on?" And we're just like, "Oh, right." Like, and then you commented, you're like, "Yeah, we really got to learn how to shut this off." Like,
Yeah,
because we'll get into.
We spend so much time with each other, and once one of us lines up for a joke,
Yeah.
I go off or you go off.
Yeah, we're just.
And then we turn on podcasting mode.
Well, yeah, we just jump
and
into
we're just
podcasting mode.
Yeah,
like,
and we're just throwing jokes back and forth, and these people are like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, like it's
like
just,
you guys would be great. Like if you guys like did some kind of talk show, and we're like, "We have a podcast." Like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like
Like,
always
yeah.
that. It's always that reaction. But I think, as like two people, right? We often. We really need to learn how to figure out how to shut that off.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
sure.
I think it's starting to become like detrimental because like some people like they get put off by it.
Yeah.
Like because
They're like,
one of
"How
the
are you
people
so
there was
outgoing?"
she was a little like put off by it,
Yeah.
and she just stopped talking to us altogether.
Yeah.
And then the other one was like just cracking jokes, right?
Yeah.
So obviously it is it's interesting to see also like the social level of the other person as well,
Mhm.
because some people aren't that open, right?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Also, like we're not that open. We're just open on camera.
I mean, kind of. I've
Kind
kind of broken him open a little bit.
You can't be saying that.
I just said it out loud.
I mean, I guess in theory you could, yes.
Yeah.
I
mean, I find you're not as antisocial as you used to be
yeah,
anymore
yeah,
because you've spent time with me, and I'm the
Right.
kind of person to not hold to my own
right, yeah.
unless I'm in a completely.
Well, I mean, I'm not antisocial. I mean, I'm a social person.
okay, yeah, you're a social
I'm more
worker.
I'm more social than you sometimes.
I mean, I guess
Like in the sense like cuz like I'm not like talking, I'm texting. I'm always texting.
Oh, I'm always texting.
I'm like what is it? Our sister the other day, she was like mad because
Yeah.
I was like, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like texting like 5 different people and
Yeah.
snapping another person, and she's like, "You can't put your phone down." I'm like, "I'm sorry, like I'm trying to keep these conversations going."
Yeah.
Like, and some of them are entertaining, and I was telling someone like we were watching this like I can't remember what we were watching.
Yeah, we're watching something.
We were watching an episode of Suits, right?
Mhm.
We were talking about Lewis's performance in the episode.
Yeah.
And then the guy who plays the character named Lewis in the show, if you've never seen Suits, go watch a good show. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where you can watch it. I
If you
honestly
like
don't.
legal like stuff, then
Yeah,
you'll probably.
all the legal. Anyway, so I was talking about how Lewis is a great character.
Yeah.
And then one of my friends was like, "Yeah, oh man, I love that show. I should rewatch it." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Like, what's season
Yeah.
on?" And I was like explaining all that. So it just popped off into like an
Yeah.
entire conversation.
The same thing happens with me all the time, and I feel like it happens more with me because she can actually see me normally when she's like in my line of sight of where we sit.
Right.
So we all have like a designated seating area, but it's not like vocalized. I mean, I kind of vocalize it because, well, it's the best seat in the house.
Okay, you always getting the best thing in the house.
Yeah, I mean, but my sister has like straight line view, so she can see me like messaging people constantly, and she's like, "Put down your phone." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "'Cause we're watching something." I'm like, "I'm watching too." And then I'm like, "You're literally missing the show, talking to me right now when
Yeah.
I was paying attention."
Well,
to
the
show."
thing too is like I'm an auditory person.
Oh yeah.
So like half of the time I'll have like a video going on and I'm like typing or working or whatever. Like I always used to do that.
I'm a visual person. I can see what's going on. Like quite literally, I like glance, know what's going on. And
Right.
then-
No, but that's the thing, right? So like in my case, like I think it's that's the practice, right? Because I listen to a lot of audiobooks when I used to study for school.
Yeah.
So like I'd be studying and listening to an audiobook and everybody would be like, "Yo, man, how do you multitask like that?"
See, like your ability to like just hear things and multitask.
Right.
My multitasking is to distract me along the topic of whatever I'm doing.
Right. Yeah.
Right, because I can correlate something I'm doing with whatever I'm doing now. So, for example, like this is how odd my brain is. Ready? I'm about to show you guys something.
Okay. Go.
So, that right there, how would I correlate that in any physical way to the podcast? Well, Canada's right there, and then Ottawa's right there. Ontario's right there, obviously, because it's bigger than. And then you go down, and that's Ottawa, and we're Canadian based, so podcast.
Okay. I mean, I get it.
Like that's how far my
I mean,
brain
but
went.
that's not a whole.
just
That's
to
a
make
whole
a
map.
connection.
Like that's the
Okay,
world.
Kirby, we talked about it before on the podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Right. How you wanted to make an adventure series with Kirby.
I mean, that was a good bit. I mean, I used to walk around taking pictures of him everywhere.
You know what you should do on your TikTok?
Yeah.
You should make that.
Like
Like
make
a, like a slide cutter with like music. You know, like that changes on
yeah.
beat.
And then it's just like all the pictures.
It's
I
all
have
the
of him.
pictures of Kirby.
I
So
mean,
that way you could do it, but you wouldn't have to dedicate like a full video to it.
no, I was thinking
just
about
be
doing
like
like an entire different account.
Yeah, I know,
dedicated
like
to Kirby.
Adventures with Kirby.
Yeah. I honestly like.
Yeah.
I feel like I would do it, but like at the same time, like I feel like it's a lot.
Because
like
really, you already have like 50% of the photos.
I mean, I guess, but like also like I don't have the time to be posting.
Yeah, you do.
I'm already too busy with all this. Like, you know how much posting I'm doing? Like, I'm posting so much. Like,
Honestly, it's not that hard for you to post on Instagram.
I don't even post on, like, I stopped posting on Instagram.
Yeah, so did I.
Like,
I mean, I've been posting stories here and then.
Yeah, like I've done that too.
Yeah.
But I mean, like mostly I've been I'm just so focused on like this stuff.
Yeah.
Like the YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
And like lately, I mean, not okay for this entire week. I haven't filmed.
Yeah.
Like for the vlog.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I'm starting to feel the itch
to
which
like
is,
film.
Yeah, which is odd. So which is like literally we're gonna stop filming this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the camera from the battery out of the camera.
The battery.
Put a fresh one in there.
Yeah.
And then start rolling film.
Yeah.
Like that's literally what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. What was I gonna say? We'll be right back after this short message.
Yep.
Hey guys, sorry I'm interrupting this video. I'm here to tell you to follow both our Instagrams and the podcast Instagram. Bro, what do you think about that?
Yeah, man, I approve this message.
And we're back.
We are back.
We took a 3-second, literally.
Yeah, quite literally 3 seconds just to save half a file, and then,
No, actually,
so that we can have a brief intermission.
I mean, yeah, it honestly helps with the editing process, but no, also it's just so I can put in the ad.
Yeah.
But I think I gotta fix that. We gotta change it up a bit, you know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I have a few ideas. But yeah. Also this last week, was it this week?
I don't know.
At the end of last week, we had Marvel did their whole panel. In Hall H.
Yeah.
They announced a whole bunch of things.
Oh yeah.
They finally released the Black Panther 2 trailer.
Oh yes.
It's kind of hype.
It looks like it's gonna be good, but at the same time, like my heart.
Okay, so look, so the director said how it's kind of like a love letter to Chadwick.
All right.
And I was like, I can't imagine like
the kind of tribute that's in the movie.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know the guy who lets Killmonger in the first one into the area?
Yes.
He's not gonna be in it.
Okay.
Because apparently there was like some conflicting,
all right,
scheduling thing, and I was like, "Yo, that must suck so much."
I mean, I understand because he had to.
Yeah, he's contractually obligated to do something else, right? Yeah. So it was one of those things, and I think also like the She-Hulk thing.
Oh yeah.
They fixed the CGI.
Yeah.
So that was
that was embarrassing. Honestly.
I mean, yeah, that was a bit much. It's like like what happened with Sonic.
Yeah.
Like people complained about the CGI, so then they fixed it, and then it was way better.
I mean, there was also a scene, I think, in Avengers, where the Hulk looked just like he looked like a box.
yeah. No, it happens, and obviously, usually it has to do with budgeting, right?
Yeah.
Or sometimes they're just rushed for time, right? Because they're
I mean, because they give an announced date.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just the fact that like they schedule in movies like a year or two in advance.
Yeah.
Like what is it? Sony recently took a movie off that was supposed to come out in December.
Yeah.
That had been put there like for 3 years now.
Yep.
And I was like, that's crazy. Like, I
wonder, because it's a really long process to make a good movie.
But it also makes you wonder, like, what was the movie that was supposed to come out, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess. But imagine how many lost movies we've had.
Oh yeah.
Because it just pitching it to a company, right?
Right.
Like a director shows up, so I got this movie idea. Okay, well, we'll put you through the process. We'll read the script and see how we like it.
Right.
If they don't like the script, lost movie.
Right. There's obviously you have to have the vision.
Yeah.
Like you have to basically have a completed product in your mind.
Yeah.
Be able to describe said product.
Oh yeah.
Pitch it to a studio, and then they they'll fund it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's obviously it's very challenging, and most of the times what most people do is they'll just sell it to the company.
Oh yeah. And
so
there's like you guys figure it out if you guys need to rewrite.
I can't remember where I was reading. There's a company. I don't know if it's Sony or Fox. One of the two, 20th Century Fox or Sony. They have like a place dedicated to just scripts that have been written that they've bought. Like they own the intellectual property of it, but it's never gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Like it's just sitting somewhere.
I mean, it's in a way it's a smart play.
Right.
Because you made money off a script.
Yeah.
Right. being a writer
Of course.
or any, like a producer or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
You've made the money for that film, right?
Of course. Yes.
But the sad part is if you sell it and then they do proceed with it and it's a hit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, but you get credit for it.
No, of course you get credit for it.
Also, like most.
But selling, but the sad part about selling, if you don't set up a contract that you get paid off what movie makes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
Right, that sucks.
Of course, yeah, but we're talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars here. Like it's not like
Oh yeah,
like what is it like? I can't remember where I was reading where Vin Diesel,
yeah,
he's making $10 million to make Fast 10.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, that's not that bad, right?
yeah.
Because like Robert Downey Jr. on the other hand is like 33 or something like that, $33 million, right? So I was like, and that's 10 movies, right?
I mean, because Marvel,
right, but then I was thinking about, I'm like, he probably took a pay cut so that they could keep going, right? Also, because he's an executive producer on the movie.
yeah, because for every other movie that comes out with him in it, you know, to keep me in it.
And I was thinking, I'm like, imagine what he gets paid to do, like what he gets paid for to do the voice of Groot.
Oh yeah,
like you know what I was thinking about that. I'm like, that's actually kind of like that's a crazy.
Like I mean, that's a nice side hustle to have.
Yeah,
you get to be a superhero.
Yeah,
you don't got to worry about how you look.
Right.
You just need to show up to a booth
and record the same line in like 100 different ways.
And yeah, literally 100. Honestly, they could have pre-recorded all 1,000.
Yeah,
and then just labeled them different titles like Angry Groot, Sad Groot, Confused Groot.
Right. Well, he said that when they got to Baby Groot,
yeah,
there's no like tweaking of his. He actually can make that voice.
Yeah.
Which kind of freaked me out, like because he did it on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's seen this, but there's a clip of him doing it on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
And it freaked me out, man. Like I was like, because he's a big guy, right?
You don't expect that little voice coming out of him.
It just looks unnatural. Like it's not like, you know. So it kind of freaked me out. I was like, yo, it's cool, but like. Don't ever do that again. Like that's just weird. But and he also did like a lot of the voices in different languages too.
Oh yeah,
which I thought was cool.
Soy Groot,
right? So like he did it, and I think that's cool. You know, like because obviously he had the time clearly.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, and not to say that I think that's really interesting too. I was reading an article about this, how one of the greatest comedic duos in the Marvel universe is Vin Diesel and Bradley Cooper.
Yep.
And like just like the most unlikely pairing ever. Yep. You know,
quite literally. And they both are not even human.
Yeah, they're both not even ever at this, you know?
Yeah.
What is it? Bradley Cooper was saying how he's like, I'll be walking around, and like when they started advertising the second one, there was like billboards, and he's like, I take a picture of like the raccoon. He's like, take a picture, and I'd send it to like my wife. That's me, and she'd be like, the raccoon. It's like I'm starting to see myself as a raccoon. He's like, I thought for a second I was going through like an identity crisis. I was like, man,
I mean, after playing the character for a while,
I mean, like it's kind of funny, you know?
Yeah.
How that happens, right? Because it's true, right? Like nowadays in film, you could be anything.
Oh yeah,
like you'd be a chair.
I could be a chair.
You could voice a chair.
I'd be a really good chair.
I mean, I don't know about that, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, how hard could it be? All you got to do is literally just, and then now, just silence. That's a good chair right there. I show up to the booth and it's like, okay, you ready to play the chair? Yep. Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean,
imagine they tell you to like screech. They tell you sliding the chair out.
Yeah, of course.
Or it's like a chair, like a desk chair with wheels. Like I gotta make the wheels sound. I don't know how to do that.
Right. I mean, obviously we have CGI technology is incredible nowadays.
Oh yeah.
I think
you could probably CGI my face into a chair right now.
I mean, I think as a like when it comes to the art form of storytelling.
Yeah.
You think the ancient Greeks thought we'd get to this point?
Oh, they probably thought production would be way better, but I don't think they'd see it because they didn't really have animation.
They didn't have digital. They didn't have anything digital, right? And obviously, like now it's just crazy. I remember I had to do a project. I can't remember what class I was taking, where I had to talk about visual effects.
Mm-hmm.
And the very first visual effect was the queen was getting beheaded. That was the scene. And
very specific scene.
Yeah, but they made it look so real.
Yeah.
Like people like in the theater the first time they saw this.
Yeah.
thought it actually like they actually beheaded the actress.
Yeah.
Like people were screaming and crying and freaking out.
Yeah.
Because they were like appalled that someone would show this on. There were children in the room, like like it was crazy.
Yeah.
We were losing it, and then my prof, because she was like asking me questions about it, after she's like that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I can't imagine being in that theater the first time because all he did was roll the clip and they dropped that they show the knife dropping, and then they quickly cut. They have like 2 frames or 3 frames where it's her, and then they overlay the doll frame and then drop the thing. Yeah. But because it happens like in a millisecond, and because back then like the frame rate wasn't so high, it happens so fast that it looks like she's being beheaded. Yeah. And so I'm like, and obviously for most people, like back then, they were like, this is black magic, you know? Like, I know. Like when they tell her no, like she's gonna walk out right now. Like I'll give her an applause for her performance. It was a great performance. Like, and they're like, how
did you just play your head getting chalked off?
Yeah, like it was like crazy, right? Yeah. Obviously these are things that nowadays
it's perspective, it's lighting, it's cutting skills.
Well, back then it was also like black and white.
Yeah.
So like it wasn't, you know.
I mean, perspective still matters,
obviously,
and lighting still matters.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know what you're getting at, but
no, okay. What I'm trying to say is like all of this, right? Was just.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it'd be easier to do stuff in black and white.
Yeah, you get away with a lot more. Actually.
You get away with a lot more because you don't have to worry about color detailing, right?
Like nowadays,
when there's an incision of
right.
Like,
nowadays, you have like double lighting. You have like set lighting.
Yeah.
Then you have actor lighting.
Yeah.
And then you have to make sure that like the shadows line up properly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it looks a little weird.
I mean, the whole lighting thing,
right,
is a whole like it's a whole.
We have that issue here, like the shadows, like you can see behind.
Like honestly, we should technically have a third light.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's just so hot in here. We can't have any more light in here.
Yeah.
It's so
I mean, we have
here.
2 set lights right here. I mean, technically, if we put it right in front of us, but then get in the way.
I mean, we could just lower it.
Yeah, that too.
Anyway,
but then you'd have whatever.
I mean, I don't want to get into the whole lighting thing. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I had like a brain melt, just like
They had a brain melt.
Yeah, like a brain lag. I tried to breathe and I
just
choked
reminded me of SpongeBob, where he's like looking for a specific file in his mind, and then it's just all chaos. So like, I can't find it, and then just fire everywhere, and just,
nobody panic.
Yeah,
and it's just like
a bunch of little SpongeBobs running everywhere. It's great.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
I miss those kinds of shows.
What?
I miss those kinds of shows.
Like SpongeBob?
Like SpongeBob.
You know what I miss? I miss shows that were like they don't have like, you know, like the iCarly, the Victorious, even like those Disney Channel shows. Like what was it like? None of those are coming to my brain
Hannah
right
Montana, which is Waverly Place.
Yes, those all of them. Yeah, right. All of those shows, like all of those shows now, like they don't really have that anymore. Like they're not as like they're there. They're just not as like
they're not as impactful.
Exactly. Like
yeah,
I pity the generation who didn't get to see all that.
I mean, like they got Disney Plus, so they still watch it.
I mean, it's in rerun, but like
I mean, it's not even rerun. It's just like I'm streaming it.
I know, right? And that's the thing. And people didn't have to wait.
It's
week to week to find out what was happening next.
I mean, if we could do like a quick poll, I would right now.
You know, it's
of like who actually has like cable TV or like Fibe TV or whatever,
right?
Compared to just streaming services.
Right. And then we're out here with like both.
I know. We use both. But that's because like sometimes you
just want to watch a hockey game. You know what I'm saying?
Just want to watch a hockey game.
Just want to watch a hockey game. That's the most
Canadian if you're Canadian, the likelihood of you having channels, you know, is slightly higher because you want to watch the game. But even then, you can still stream it on Sport ESPN.
On Twitter, actually.
Yeah, or on TSN.
Yeah. So it's a whole thing.
You can still stream it. So technically, you don't really need.
You don't really need cable. But I mean,
or you could
also the news. Like
go to the game.
Sometimes every now and then, like it'll be like 11 o'clock at night. I'll sit down at the TV, turn on the TV, and just watch the news.
But you know what you can't do with streaming?
What?
I mean, you technically can, but you can't just click.
Change the channel.
Yeah, you gotta leave the
yeah, and then find something else.
And then you go back home, and then you can
find something else. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I feel like that is
like the clicking feature.
Like
the accident. Like you don't give yourself the opportunity of accidentally finding something good.
Right.
Because you judge a book by its cover. I am saying this out loud. Everybody does it. Don't lie to yourself. Everybody judges a book by its cover. You just don't say it out loud.
Obviously.
Anyways, but you judge everything, right? You
Yeah.
see, you're like, I don't like that. Okay, I don't like that either. Okay, but if you're pushed right into the middle of a show,
Right.
you're like, wait a minute, let me just watch this for a few seconds.
Yeah.
You know, before I make my decision,
Right.
because like I can't see the title of the name unless
Right.
you're looking at the guide, right?
Yeah.
So that's like the difference
Right.
between it. Yeah, we should probably wrap this up. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
wrap
Probably
it up.
wrap it up. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, this has
I
been
just looked at the clock and I was like, please wrap this up already.
Anyways, guys, this has been Two Latin Brothers Podcast. Everything's always in the description. This is the podcast where two Latin brothers, where we talk about anything and quite literally everything. Anything and everything. That's what we do. We're a comedy, do everything, all of that. Go check out our own platforms. Everything's in the description. Make sure to check him out on Thursdays, Minecraft videos, me on Tuesdays, Twitch, and share with your grandmother, your rooster, your Grogu, your guitar, your pajamas. I don't care. Share with everybody and everything, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Bye.